Aloha and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. It's 2021. Let's go. Anyway, look, I'm fired up. I'm so excited about this year, man. So many things to achieve, so many things to get after. I hope you guys had an amazing New Year's and you guys are off to an amazing start this 2021. Look, awesome show as always. Today we got our sports guru with us again, Stephen Tsai. We're talking about the football seasons coming to an end and all the exciting stuff going into these playoffs, both in college and in the NFL. So we'll get right into that interview shortly after this. But look, football fever has been an amazing run this season. Congratulations to all of you who made some extra cash this season. And there's one lucky winner, right? $1,000 cash, right? Of all the entries from this season, one lucky winner is going to take home $1,000. What a way to start 2021. Thank you to our sponsors for that. Mercedes-Benz of Honolulu, Windows Hawaii, Hawaiian Telecom, and Long's Drugs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. Anyway, Stephen Tsai, thank you so much, as always, for popping on the CO2 Rundown today. How you doing? Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you. I just love to come in and see how your room evolves every week. So I love it. I mean, it's kind of like you. Every week there's a new Chad.
That's it. Not much has evolved here, but here there's been some involvement. Braces got removed last week, so coming into the new year, new smile. You know, chop down the hair a little bit. Cleaning up, but yeah, no, excited, man. Thanks again, and as always,
you're at that good age where the hair keeps growing back. You know, I'm holding on and combing it over and everything.
That's it, man. That's it. Well, I appreciate you putting yourself together this morning to get on the show, man. You look great.
I'm sorry, it's the best I can do. You know?
No, look, the last week we talked about the college playoffs and Alabama, who won. We both picked them to win.
Oh, wait. Are you trying to say that you were right because you were right? I didn't think you were going to be right about Justin Fields, but you were right. That guy's a tough guy.
Yeah. Clemson and Ohio State, though. I just had a feeling about Ohio State, and man, wow, they had some motivation coming back from last year.
Yeah.
Well, actually, last year's loss, and go ahead, the coach.
Yeah, and this week where the Clemson coach says he picked them number 11 because they didn't play enough games. Well, they played one game that Clemson wished they hadn't played, and, you know, they really took it to them.
Yeah. So these guys are hungry right now. So, you know, Ohio State, Alabama for the national title. What's your thoughts?
I don't know how to play this one anymore. You know, you always think Alabama's Alabama, but hey, that, you know, if Fields can get up there and just play another game, man, because he took some hits, but you know, he's inspirational, and he's the kind of guy you really admire about college football. A guy just plays hard and, you know, just gets there and motivates. He motivates others to be better. He's good. He makes others better. I think Ohio State's got a great chance in this one.
Oh, I do as well. I believe that. And, you know, I think the key, though, is how healthy is Justin Fields going to be coming off of, you know, that game where he played through pain. You know, I've had rib injuries. You know, they're not fun. So, you know, I'm sure they've done a great job of, you know, getting him as healthy as he can in preparation for this national championship game. So I think that's going to be the key. He is the key to that team. So,
right.
But it's going to be a good game, and I can't wait.
Yeah. And at the next level, he's got to learn one thing that everybody else has learned is the next level. You got to slide. It's
yeah.
To be a tough guy, but, you know, it's better be a smarter guy too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's sometimes these, you know, young athletic quarterbacks, you know, they got to learn the hard way. But look, I'm just happy he was able to, you know, persevere and push through that pain. And he got mad love from a lot of people. So, look, congrats to Ohio State. I'm looking forward to this game. And also, speaking of players who are exciting and fun to watch and can go to the next level and thought about the next level, but decided not to go, Calvin Turner Jr.
Yeah, and
I'm not even gonna say receiver. Like he's sort of like he's an all-purpose player. He can play everywhere. So
including quarterback, he can
quarterback. So Yeah, so he decided to come back, forgo the draft, and come back for another season. I know Hawaii fans are excited about that.
Yeah, and a long time ago, well, for young kids, but remember there's a guy named Cole Brennan decided to come back for his senior year. He didn't have the greatest senior year, but the team had a great year. They went unbeaten in the regular season. Not saying that Calvin Turner could do that for this team, but he is a generational type of player. He's a guy that you just don't see in this program, and he's just willing to come back and willing to get better. He would have been picked maybe in the middle round this year, but he's gonna be a high pick following year. He's probably could be the conference next year because he can do it all. You're right. He's a tremendous player.
Yeah, for sure. So I know I'm excited to see his growth and what he brings next year. And with this returning team, Cordero's coming back. I think there's a defense that's coming back that's coming off of that game in the New Mexico Bowl where I think their identity was showcased, like who they are as a team. I think as their defense goes, the team will go. So having that defense, building off of that game, and as we talked about, and going into next season, going into this off season with that confidence, man, I'm excited for this football team next year.
Yeah. It's gonna be an exciting off season because, well, maybe not exciting for the fans' part, but the team will be actually training. They'll have a full training. They'll have spring ball. They didn't have spring ball last year. They'll probably have a full training camp. So you're gonna see a much more improved, more disciplined team. They're very disciplined this past year. They'll be even better next year.
Yeah, some exciting stuff, man. Exciting stuff for our fans here in Hawaii. Let's move on here. Let's go into the NFL. Man, games. The regular season is done. The playoffs are set, and we were chatting before going live here about the Washington Philly game.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Remind the fans what's going on in the NFL world right now with that, Steven.
So the way it was is that the New York Giants could have backed into the playoffs if Philly beat Washington. In the fourth quarter, Washington has a slim lead. Philly pulls its starting quarterback, who's already rushed for 2 touchdowns in the game, brings in the guy who probably threw about 20 passes the previous 4 years. And they're saying, well, they promised him a shot. Well, it just seems like the integrity of the game is at stake when, you have to play. I mean, I know there are no fans there, but you are playing for the fans. You are playing for the league, and you have to play hard. You have to give people the money's worth. And I just think Philadelphia didn't do that. They did not honor that. It benefits Philadelphia.
They played that. That right there was a move to better their draft pick status, right?
So they go from now 9th in the draft if they have won to 6th in the draft. The Giants, they're out. Washington goes in. Just a lot of things that factored in things that didn't necessarily impact them. Well, they benefit from it. And I just think sometimes you just got to play hard all the way, no matter what. Well, except if you're a Jets fan, then you didn't need to win those 2 games, or else you would have the number 1 pick in the draft. But
well, I mean, but how is that different, right? So I'm gonna take it from the other side.
Yeah.
Here's a Philly team that was already out of the playoffs. Right. So okay, if they're thinking about their future, it was a winning play. I don't think they lost on purpose.
No.
They pulled their guy. Hey, Jalen Hurts has played unbelievably well down the stretch here in these last couple of games, and even in that game. So, hey, why risk getting our guy injured? Give this other QB a backup, a shot to get some reps. And hey, if we end up losing the game because of that decision, yeah, it sucks to lose ball games, but we move up in the draft selection order. So, I mean, to me, there's some strategy there. There's a win going into their offseason. They ended the season with a loss, but there's a win going into their offseason. And, you're going to have critics of all kinds of angles talking about it.
Especially New York Giant critics.
Yeah. If you're a Giant player or fan, you're pissed because you need Philly to win and you would have been in. But look, in my opinion, you should never be wanting to rely on others, to win for you to get in. Hey, get the job done yourself, work hard, earn it the right way. And that's just the way it goes. So,
well, there's also one other thing. The Giants would have gone in with a 6-10 record, so they didn't exactly do the job themselves, right?
And the Dolphins or out
Yeah.
with a 10-6 record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let's go. Let's flow right into that. The Dolphins are out Tua's season. I think he had he didn't have like a lights out season, but considering coming back from his injury, considering not starting the season, he came in. What week was it? Man, whatever week he came in, he comes in, plays well. Fitzpatrick comes in for a couple times, a couple plays during games. They pull him, they're playing that game, and he just remained calm and did his job. And I think this season was a huge win for both Tua and the Dolphins because they got their franchise quarterback. They got him some quality reps, and now they're going into the offseason knowing that they're a playoff caliber team. Now they can go and add some pieces around him, and Tua has another offseason to continue to get maybe a little bit more healthy, stronger, just more experienced. And so to me, it was a huge win for Tua this season.
Yeah, and the questions going into last year's draft was Tua, everyone knew could throw. He was smart. He just a football guy, but could he stay healthy? He didn't have the healthiest career at Alabama, but it wasn't like he had hamstring injuries all the time. Everything, he had serious injuries, and
freakish stuff.
And the main thing was he was relatively healthy the entire year, and I think that's something right to build on. And I kind of would hope that he invested that much. Is maybe they should start him from game one because hey, that's the best way to learn, right?
Yeah. But I mean, that's if they didn't have a guy like Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick is a proven starter. He's won a lot of ball games. So I think it was I think they played it right. Anyway, congrats to on an amazing season. Year one in the books. You are no longer a rookie. Well, actually, you're no longer a rookie once you play your first game. So, all right, Aaron Rodgers. I think he locked up the MVP. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, the guy's just a leader and a thrower, and and again, he didn't have the greatest help around him either. I mean, they tried to do a little bit better. He still haven't really helped him a lot, and just think of the insult they threw at him. They drafted the quarterback last year, and said, "Hey," and a Mountain West quarterback at that, and they said, "Okay, that's the future." Well, you can think about the future, but the present right now is
Aaron Rodgers, and after the season that he's had, he's about to be an MVP. Now, if you're was it George? What's the QB? Love? Is that who they drafted?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be watching and learning, and I don't think that's a bad gig. Aaron Rodgers sat and watched Brett Favre, right? So, I guess you can say Aaron Rodgers had a little extra motivation this offseason, and it showed. And I got them as the favorite to win this year's Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a good, smart pick.
Yep. Who's your so okay, I got the Packers, but as far as teams that's been playing extremely well down the stretch, right now, who's the hottest team in your opinion going into the playoffs?
Well, the team I really like, and it's a sleeper thing. It's because it goes back a few years, but we were at the Mountain West Conference.
Sleeper or hottest? Well, what do you?
I think they're kind of both the same. But
okay. We'll just go here. Who's your sleeper team? Because that's my next question. Who's your sleeper team?
Well, I don't think really sleeper since they won the division, but Buffalo Bills. I think they're going to go Super Bowl. Now back in the 90s when the Bills go Super Bowl, it didn't end well. I mean, they lost 4 Super Bowls in a row, but several years ago we go to the Mountain West Media Days, and there's Josh Allen, nicest guy, big guy. They're comparing him to Wentz. He's just a humble guy and everything. But this coach says, wait till you see him throw, and not wait till you hear him throw. And I go, what was he talking about? So they play Hawaii. It's overtime. Reporters go down on the field, and he wins this game with a pass we actually heard. It just went whooshing right by. And it was windy, so things, and there are little factors that probably enhanced it. And reporters are loopy, so we hear things anyway. But I just said Josh Allen had an arm and he can run and everything, and he didn't have a great game against Hawaii, but I just thought that's something special about that guy. And then look where we are a few years later.
Here he is. Wow, you know what? I was not even thinking about the Bills, but now that you say that, I couldn't agree more.
Pretty good defense and a quarterback who can run and throw, and he's got Roethlisberger's body, but he can move around a little bit.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, look, NFL playoffs, is here around the corner, right?
Well, who's your sleeper?
Well, I was thinking the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
I just like their energy. I like Baker Mayfield's energy right now. I like what they're doing, and man, the Cleveland Browns, they went from being just like the Bills. I guess they're similar, right? Just absolute, just sucking it the last couple of years, and just couldn't really get over the edge. Just couldn't get there. Quarterback after quarterback after quarterback, and here they find Baker Mayfield, and man, they're an exciting football team. That's
they're right
motivating.
about him. Well, the best thing they got to do right now is stay in the bubble. They've had problems during the year, but stay in the bubble. Stay away from everything. Just stay in the bubble, be healthy, and you might have a good run.
And that's it. Like, guys, right now, it's just about being extra disciplined and don't go anywhere. It's a small sacrifice for a huge opportunity, right? To
learn from LeBron. LeBron spent the whole past season in the bubble, and he has a ring.
That's
well,
it.
he also had Anthony Davis, so that kind of cheats too.
Yeah. Well, anyway, look, Steve, we're gonna finish off right here, man. We're talking football, we're talking playoffs, we're talking game days. So, look, I've got a little rapid fire questions for you. You're just gonna spit out your answer, whatever comes to mind first. A little halftime snacks. So, these are food items. So I wanna hear what you got. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, are you gonna select fruit punch, soda, or beer?
Fruit punch. And maybe kind of spice up like we do local style. Throw a little Sprite in there, make it a
okay. So a sprunch, a little sprunch.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Popcorn or pretzel?
Oh, popcorn.
Nachos, hot dogs, or pizza?
Ooh, pizza.
Loaded? What's on your pizza?
I don't have a cardiologist who might be watching this, so just go with the vegetarian one.
Okay. All right. Well, ice cream cone or ice cream sundae?
Ooh, again, cardio. I'm gonna go with the cone, but I really want the sundae.
All right, hey, that's all I got.
My favorite day of the week, and it's my favorite food in an ice cream parlor.
Hey, that's awesome. Well, look, Steven, appreciate it, man. It's always a pleasure. Today's convo was unbelievable. Thank you so much for your expertise. And look, man, Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year. And I look forward to the new look next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Or Wednesday. You'll probably change it Wednesday.
We'll see.
All right.
Take
Steve.
Care. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Mahalo, Steven. Man, thanks again so much. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. Your expertise, your charisma, your little jokes, it all makes it worth it, man. I know everyone watching appreciates you so much, and I appreciate you so much. So thank you for that. Some exciting games coming on here. These playoffs are going to be very exciting. This national championship's going to be amazing. Definitely don't want to miss that. Ohio State taking on Alabama. And in the playoffs, NFL playoffs, man, who knows? Who knows? I got the Packers. Early on, I was the Seahawks. But Aaron Rodgers, he's an MVP. It hasn't been announced yet, but I'm pretty sure he's locked that up. I got the Packers. Steven has got the Bills as that sleeper team, but they're not even a sleeper. They're one of the top teams in the league, so that would make an amazing, Packers-Bills has been a historic Super Bowl game, so I think that'll be an amazing one if that happened this year. So we'll see. But anyway, that is it for today's show. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors once again, Mercedes-Benz of Honolulu, Windows Hawaii, Hawaiian Telecom, and Long's Drugs. And look, it is Monday. It's our first Monday of 2021. So I want to leave you with a little bit of motivation. I got a quote here that I found, and I live by this. All right? It says, you can't change the past. You can't predict the future. But you can ruin the present by worrying about both of those things. So look, be right where your feet are. Right? You've heard me say that before. Be right where your feet are. Be right here in this moment right now. And 2021, we are all going out to make this the best year for us. Not for someone else, right? For us. Focus on you, focus on where your feet are, and let's make 2021 our year. Aloha.